Melffy has always had access to a wide range of synchro monsters. Melffy Penny rounds the deck up with being able to summon nearly every even-leveled synchro monster in the game. Most of the time this will be a Herald of Arclight. Other times it can be Merry Melffy's, which has built-in bouncing and can recycle itself, even bring out Forest, which further synergizes with Penny attaching itself to Forest to search a Melffy card. These two are generally your best options in Melffy. But what about the other synchro monsters that Melffy can tap into? Before we get into that, we need an introduction to some other cards. Desert Locust is a level 6 tuner synchro monster, which requires any tuner and non-tuner monster. On summon, the turn player discards a card. It has a quick effect that lets you synchro summon on the opponent's turn using monsters you control. In Melffy, this card lets you synchro with another level 2 beast, which is usually Cataltosa, to make a level 8 synchro monster. Allowing you to cheat an extra card from being sent off of Penny may not seem like a huge deal, but it allows you to play an extra less Melffy in your deck, so you don't have to recycle it off of Hide and Seek or Pony, which makes all the difference. The main card you're going to be seeing summoned off of Desert Locust is Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon. Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon is a level 8 synchro monster which has the effect to summon a level 2 or lower tuner from graveyard on its summon. A quick effect to tribute itself off for a Stardust Dragon from deck and synchro summon using monsters you control, while giving the synchro summon monster protection from all opponents' activated effects. This is an amazing utility option to have on a faster paced Melffy deck. And in combination with Desert Locust, they give you access to a level 10 synchro monster with minimal Melffy investment. Now that you are aware of this engine, let's take a look at a few different monsters that benefit from it. First up, we have Satellite Warrior. Satellite Warrior is going to be the most common synchro monster you will see be summoned off of this engine. Satellite Warrior is a level 10 synchro monster, which on summon you can target and destroy cards your opponent controls up to the number of synchro monsters in your graveyard. Then, this card permanently gains 1000 attack for each monster destroyed by this effect. On top of this, it can float back into up to 3 level 8 or lower warrior synchron or Stardust synchro monsters with different names. So, it's a very solid disruption. It can sub as an OTKer with its massive attack gain, and it gains really good protection off of Excel Synchro Stardust. And even if the opponent destroys it, Satellite Warrior still floats back into 2 bodies. As you can imagine, this is pretty valuable in Melffy. One of the main disadvantages to Melffy is the lack of built-in impactful disruption, but with just 3 synchros in graveyard used to bring out Satellite Warrior, you already get 3 pops on the opponent's field, and a difficult to kill wall on top of that. If you play multiple copies of Herald of Arclight, you can further stack more pops on Satellite Warrior for further disruption, though this can be difficult as the Desert Locust engine often calls for a tight extra deck. In conjunction with Cataltosa, Satellite Warrior can help break mid-combo boards and really put a much-needed dent into the opponent's game plan. Another synchro you'll commonly see summoned with this engine is Baronne de Fleur. Baronne de Fleur is another level 10 synchro monster. Once well on field, it can quick effect Omni Negate and destroy. During the standby phase, it can target and special summon a level 9 or lower monster in your graveyard and recycle itself. It also has a soft once per turn removal. Having access to a pop every turn really helps Melffy with the issue of being limited in your own turn. And it's also great to have an effect like that, which can be nice when paired with board breaker staples. The Omni Negate is also really nice. It sort of acts like Herald of Arclight's Omni Negate, but without tribute, which is a nice trade-off. However, it does suffer from the Omni Negate being a one-time use. And if you want to use it again, you have to summon it off of Penny again, which most of the time can require huge investment. Though with some pivoting, you can hard summon it through summoning back Desert Locust and synchroing off 2 level 2 monsters. Satellite Warrior is generally preferred, but running this over or with Satellite Warrior can oftentimes be worth it. Despite being on the niche side, Sword Soul Supreme Sovereign Cheng Ying is another solid option for a level 10 synchro monster. It requires simply a non-tuner and a tuner monster. Effect-wise, it gains 100 attack and 100 defense for every banished card, and makes your opponent's monsters lose 100 attack and 100 defense for every banished card. If it would be destroyed by card effect, it can banish a card from grave instead, and if a card is banished Changyan can banish a card from both your opponent's field and graveyard. Though this card seems very good on paper, it lacks synergy with pure Melffy and a lot of variations of Melffy. The Melffy variant this card mainly thrives on is Nemlyria Melffy. In that deck, it can constantly have its banish effect triggered by various cards in that deck like Reveal, Aurelier, and Repeater. Additionally, it pairs really well with Kalantos's constant popping and Repeater's constant negation, which can form a very powerful consistent disruption that punishes your opponent for breathing. Thank you for watching this video. If you're interested, I do have a Discord server with other Melffy enjoyers you can join. I also have other YouTube channels and I will link both in the description if you're interested in them. Finally, feedback would be appreciated so I can do better. Once again, thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one.